Hey everyone, this is David Brown with the migration update for April 23rd, 2025 from the Derby Hill Hawkwatch. It was a really nice sunny morning, and although the temperature was quite cool, it didn't feel bad because there was hardly any wind and there was a lot of bird activity and a lot of singing. The first highlight of the morning was seeing this brown creeper climb up the tree just outside the cottage. And they're a bit easier to see when they turn a little bit and you can see the white underside. I love creepers, they're such a cool bird. Here we have a small warbler, and we see some yellow to the sides and kind of a black face mask. This is a yellow-rumped warbler, and the subspecies we have here in the east is the myrtle variety. And the number of yellow rumps seems to be increasing, and we should really get a really good number of these over the next few days as we have nice southerly winds. I walked the trail down into the woods a little bit, and although I didn't have many birds down there, it was just a really nice, peaceful walk. In the morning at the North Lookout, I had a total of 42 species. With the calm winds, I knew that raptors wouldn't be flying early, and as the wind started to pick up, it was a northerly wind, so I went down to the South Lookout at 9 a.m., and there were already 7 cars in the parking lot, so I was quite surprised to see such a good group at the South Lookout, and it kind of stayed that way all day. Really big crowd of people, and it was a sunny day with those light to moderate northerly winds. And in the afternoon, we did have some clouds move in, but overall, just a really pleasant day to be out, and it felt relatively warm. It wasn't too chilly. And it didn't take long for us to get some broad-winged hawks up. Here we have an example of an adult gliding overhead. Here we have a small kettle of broad-winged hawks, and the larger ones mixed in are turkey vultures, and we had a really nice morning liftoff of broad-winged hawks. The 1 hour we had around 1,000, then the next hour just under 1,000, and then after that the number started to go down, and as the day went on the flight line shifted more inland, so the views weren't as good. But during that morning period when it really got going, it was pretty good looks at the broadwings as they were right overhead. Sharp-shinned hawks were steady throughout the day, and the main flight line of birds was inland, but things like sharpies were kind of spread out. Some were towards the lake, some were overhead, and some were inland. We've been curious to see whether it would be the common ravens or the ospreys that would take up residence on the cell phone tower, and it seems that the ospreys are currently making an attempt. Here we have an osprey carrying a large stick up to the nest on top of the cell phone tower. And here we have a buteo that compared to the broadwings is slightly larger with a slightly longer tail, very blunt wingtips and pale crescents near the wingtips. This is a red-shouldered hawk, and we had 9 of these total today, which is a good number for this date. Here's part of that big crowd at the South Lookout, and this was after some people had left. So throughout the day, we had more than 50 people, and at certain times, I'd say we'd have at least 35 people at the South Lookout. From the South Lookout today, we had 47 species. Taking a look at the hawk count report for our migrating raptor totals, today we had 301 turkey vultures, 16 ospreys, 28 bald eagles, 19 northern harriers. We had 173 sharpies and 4 coops. And for buteos, we had 9 red shoulders, 2,745 broadwings, and 38 red tails. We had 3 golden eagles, which all came through together in the afternoon but were very distant. And for falcons, we had 16 kestrels and 1 merlin for a total of 3,353 migrating raptors. That brings the April total to 51,837 and the season total to 70,140. So over 70,000 already at this date. It's a huge number, and hopefully the good season continues. Taking a look at the forecast for tomorrow, they're calling for intervals of clouds and sun with a high around 70 and light southeast winds for the morning. And those winds are kind of weak, so it will probably switch to a northwest lake breeze for the afternoon. And when that happens, we'll move down to the South Lookout. But overall, it's a really favorable wind for the morning, even though it's a little weaker than we would ideally want. But I think raptors will be on the move. And even when that lake breeze kicks in from the South Lookout, we should pick up a raptor flight from there. So overall, it's looking like a pretty good day for raptors. And with the overnight migration tonight of non-raptors, it could be a decent morning songbird flight. So it might be worth getting out early if you're interested in those species. There should be a lot of new arrivals that should be set to show up. There's a lot of species on the move this time of year. So we'll be out early tomorrow picking through the songbirds and then hopefully get a good raptor flight as well. Friday's looking like another warm day with partly cloudy skies and an overcast and a high in the low to mid 70s. Winds light and variable, so not a super favorable southerly wind, but overall it could be another good day. And for Saturday, they're calling for a steady rain in the morning and then showers in the afternoon with a high in the upper 50s. Winds are starting south and shifting around to west at 15 to 25 miles per hour. So Saturday could be a day to keep an eye on. They've changed the forecast. And if they take some of that rain out with the southerly winds in the morning shifting around to southwest and then west, it could end up being a good day. But as of right now, it's looking a little bit too rainy, but definitely keep an eye on it as we get closer. All right, well, today was a really nice day of hawk watching. I didn't think I was super favorable in my forecast for today, but for some reason, tons of people showed up, and we had a really nice big broad-winged hawk flight in the morning, so it all worked out in the end. And just a really nice day to be out. A lot of interesting people around, had some good conversation, met some new people, some new hawk watchers, and just a really fun day to be out hawk watching as we're in the peak migration time here at Derby Hill. I hope you can come out and join us soon. From Lyco Birds, this is David Brown. Thanks for watching.